right, we're here at Exodus Institute, 816 North Laramie, and it's a beautiful day today in Chicago. It's cold, it's snow, we're talking about blizzards coming through and all of that, but we happen to have some wonderful guests here today. They're coming out because they got a program they want to help us with and to help our community. And they're going to help the youth, and they're going to do some surveys. So once again, this is Exodus Institute. I'm Mr. James, and my guests will introduce themselves.
Hello, thank you so much for having us at Exodus. I'm Mariana Antonic. I'm a project manager at the Lighthouse Institute.
And you?
Yes, my name is Curly Hall. I'm an outreach worker at Lighthouse Institute.
Okay, so would you like to explain, because see, when they mention Lighthouse, the first thing I think about is the Lighthouse for the Blind. And I know you get this a lot, so explain what it is about your lighthouse that's different than the Lighthouse for the Blind.
Sure. So we are the Lighthouse Institute, and we do research projects.
Okay.
And more specifically, the project that Curly and I are working on now is called the Safer Together Coalition, which is looking for ways to improve community violence in Chicago communities. So what Curly and I are trying to do is recruit participants for this project. So we are looking for 18 to 30-year-olds who live on the west side of Chicago. So we're looking at Garfield Park, Austin, and Lawndale neighborhoods, and we're looking for them to participate in this program. So to participate, they would just have to call us, see if they're eligible, and then we can sign them up to come to see us at the Lighthouse Institute. We're located downtown, but we provide transportation to us and back. So we call them an Uber ride to see us and back. And basically they would do a survey that's going to ask them about their thoughts and opinions on different things about the community, and just kind of share their experiences with us. It's completely anonymous, and they will receive payment for their participation. So they receive a $100 Visa card for that first visit, and then after that we stay in touch with them for 6 months and do phone surveys, and they receive $50 every month for completing a phone survey.
So if you're looking in the community, are these high school, college, or what would you say the age is, 18 to 30?
It's 18 to 30, so we're catching a little bit of high school with those 18-year-olds, and then it's young adults. And Curly can talk a little bit about how we have been recruiting so far.
Yes, so what my job is to come out to the communities. We deal with Lawndale, we deal with East Garfield, West Garfield, and the Austin community. So I come out to different programs that may have youth from the age of 18 to 30, and I talk to them about how they can receive funds in return of information about the violence that's in the community, which is much needed. You know what I'm saying? Anytime we have a program where our youth can benefit from, I would love for them to have it. So that's why I'm come out through thick and thin, every neighborhood, alleys, wherever I got to go to reach for them. Because back in my days when I was growing up, I was a teenager, I didn't have that program. So I feel it's my passion, it's my desire, and it's my duty to reach any community, especially the communities that we're dealing with that have programs with these youth in it.
So on that survey, what are some of the questions that's on that survey that they would be answering?
So we asked about their childhood and how they grew up. We asked them their thoughts about guns, their thoughts about safety in their neighborhood, safety at home. We asked them, there's some cognitive testing as well that we do at that first visit. And then with each follow-up, we ask them if they have been involved in any incidences with gun violence. where it happened, what day of the week, what time, who it was with, and again, all of this is anonymous. And then just about some of their thoughts and feelings as far as anxiety, depression, drug use, their quality of life, things like that.
So with these surveys that you're doing, what would be the conclusion that you all hoping to recover from that for the neighborhoods and community?
Yes, and that's a good question because I think a lot of people are not familiar with research. So our program at this stage, we're not necessarily helping anyone. We're just trying to collect information and experiences from people in these communities, so that way we can use that information to help us come up with the type of programs that they need.
So are you targeting some of these young people or people in that age bracket that could possibly be homeless? Would they qualify for this survey? And then there's some that have their own jobs and different things. How would their time be valuable to this?
Yes, well, long as they, pardon me, long as they live in the community of Austin, Lawndale, East Garfield, West Garfield, then they qualify. You know what I'm saying? So it has nothing to do with if they have a job or if they're homeless and all that. You know what I'm saying? As long as they live in these communities, and yes, they'll be eligible.
Yeah, because I noticed that you said that you would provide transportation, you're gonna keep Uber and different things. And like I said, some of them may be homeless because they might be out and they want to get involved, they want to speak their mind, they want to get in the community and let you know what's happening. And plus they may just want the money, so how would they benefit? That you were saying something about the first $100 that's on a card or something?
Yes. Well, like when they go down there, the interview at the office, the very first day they go, they receive a $100 gift card. And for the next 6 months, it would be 20 to 30 minute interview over the phone. And then at that point, they would mail a card to them. And yes, that's happening.
Yeah, well, because a lot of, like I said, once again, there may be some people that may be homeless that be interested in this, and hopefully we can get some of those free phones over there so that they can communicate and maybe keep in contact with you all to do this. Do we have any questions out in the audience?
Yes, I have a question.
Sure.
I know a lot of young people. And my question to you is there a deadline that they have to contact you? Or is this ongoing? Or is it a deadline that they have to make in order to be eligible for your program?
I can start. But no, it's not a deadline. So
We're recruiting, so the entire project will have over 500 participants. And we started a year ago, so we expect to be recruiting for another year and a half. So we're still looking for people all of this year and probably into spring of 2025.
Thank you.
You have a question? Speak up. This is a young man. He happened to be here from the neighborhood and the community also. And he's going to speak for the youth department because he's the only youth that we happen to have here today. The rest of them will be here in the afternoon.
It's not really more of a question, just a statement.
We'll make your statement.
The transportation thing, I really appreciate that y'all provide that. It's super hard to that sometimes. I appreciate that y'all just collecting data in general because growing up out here, I know how it is. And just like trying to do what y'all do, you know what I mean? And trying to like make a big impact, and I appreciate it.
Thank you. Now, we've also had a gentleman, our executive director. He was a part of this, I think, over the summer. And I don't know how successful he was with it, but if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Altman, can you make a comment upon how you tackled this?
Well,
You don't have to put the camera on. You don't want the camera.
no, Miss Tammy is the one that connected me through. So I've sent you, I don't know how many, but you guys don't tell me how many came from Exodus.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe about 20.
Did you get any feedback from the survey upon how it helped the neighborhood or didn't help, or was there any feedback to
No,
you?
there's no feedback to me.
You didn't ask for any? No?
I never asked.
Okay,
So
so
at this point, I got a question. I know you mentioned you still need it, because I've still been working on it, but one of the problems or the issues is getting them to understand that you do send transportation. Yeah. So a lot of them get, just like he just asked the question. I know that you send transportation to get them. And I think you shared with me that it was 400 and not 5.
400.
Was it 5?
4.
So it's the original 100, and then 50 a month. And so at this point, you said you need a lot. When you said a lot, is there,
As many as you can send.
well, I'm saying, I know you said 500, so we don't know where you're at. Are you at 100?
So we'll be recruiting through spring of 2025. We're still looking for about 250 or so youth. So we definitely, and if we get more, the more that we get to participate, the better. That is just our goal.
Okay, so
But the more that we get, the better. And I know sometimes it's very hard reaching this. Young people are hesitant to sign up. They're not sure what it is. So Curly, who does most of our outreach, does his best to kind of explain. It's completely anonymous. We'll send you a ride. You'll get paid, and just kind of make them feel comfortable to sign up, because I think a lot of young people are hesitant.
Yeah, I think a lot of them have an issue with, they believe that you're trying to track them.
Right.
So they figure if they come in, police will be waiting for them.
Especially since we are discussing very sensitive topics, so we do our best to make them understand
Hold
that
up,
it's
you gotta
completely confidential, it's completely anonymous.
don't mention police, man. All right? So,
But I just wanted to bring that up because even when you sharing this on video, that question will arise. They'll think that they're trying to be tracked. And that's what I found.
We do not deal with the police.
okay, so there's a question that I still want to find out. After these surveys and everything, you don't share any of the results with the community organization?
So with the Lighthouse Institute, we actually just do the data collection portion. The study itself is being done by researchers at Northwestern University, who have hired the Lighthouse Institute to collect this data for them, because we do have a history of doing this type of work in these neighborhoods. So once we collect all of the data, Northwestern will get that, and researchers there, which there's a whole team of them, they will analyze all of that data and put together different reports and publish things, and use that information to secure funds for creating programs in these communities. So that will happen, where we will have some results and some data to be shared, but it happens a few years. It'll probably be a few years after we have
So we're
collected
talking
and
about
analyzed.
2026?
And that's the thing with the research. It's a very long process, because we are collecting information from so many people, and then it takes a while to kind of make sense of all of that information that we collect from hundreds of people, and then put it into something that we can use to actually.
Well, some of our youth, they'll probably have kids by then, so we'll have to come and do the survey over again.
Well, I would like to say this as far as dealing with the community. Anything that we could do to help our youth curb violence. You know what I'm saying? We could give them $100 and then give them $50 a month to keep them from having to go out there and stick somebody up, carjack somebody. Anything as such, that's a plus in itself.
Well, that's a wrap over here with us. I think they've done a nice job over here this afternoon. Unless you all want to elaborate upon some things further.
No, but thank you so much to Exodus for having us. And
So let's give them a nice round of applause, Exodus, and thank them for coming out.